and welcome. I am Zombie Kitty and welcome to part 1 of what is going to be a reaction series. So, I don't know how many parts this is going to be, but I am going to be releasing a video of this series throughout the year. So yeah, welcome to part 1. I also have a confession to make. I have never seen a Sanderside video. Now, I know who Thomas Sanders is, I know the names of the Sandersides, but for me, Thomas Sanders was Vine, like when that was a thing. I watched him a lot on Vine and really liked his content on there, and then just never really realised that he had a YouTube channel. It wasn't the fact that I was like deliberately avoiding it, I just never realised he was on YouTube until a couple years ago when Starflight 4842. Oh, I'm still half asleep. But when that YouTuber started putting Thomas Sanders and Sanderside content on Twitter, like, she's the reason I basically know that this exists, to be honest. This was something I was going to do last year, and something I was going to start last year, but I never really, it just ended up not happening. I didn't really have the time to be able to do this, but I thought this will be a good year to do that. So this first video is going to have the first 5 videos in the Sanderside series. One last thing as well, bloopers, makeup tutorials, cosplay tutorials. My light has just switched off. Why have you done that? Yeah, so bloopers, cosplay and makeup tutorials are not included in here. These are just going to be the videos that I feel are part of whatever story or narrative this is going to be following. So, let's go.
YouTube time. Okay, you guys watch the title sequence and I will sleep in a couple more seconds. Snooze!
Okay.
What is up, everyone?
Hi.
Man, those extra seconds really worked magic. So, being online as much as I am,
they don't,
I tend to overshare
okay.
everything about myself. You may know of my love of theater, my enthusiasm for cartoons, and of course, my passion for pizza. But even though I talk about these things a lot, I get questions from people all the time asking very in-depth, thought-provoking questions about myself that are actually really difficult for me to answer accurately. Do I really know myself as well as I should? On top of that, I get messages from people who are also having trouble figuring themselves out. Personal identity is something I think everyone struggles with at one time or another. So I figure, why not go on this adventure together? I need to have a sit down with myself, figure myself out, and maybe come to a better understanding that we all could learn from. Let's do this! Hello there, class! There is no class here. Yes, there is. Whatever. This is my intellectual side. Every fact I've ever learned. Believe it or not, I was quite the nerd in school. I'm pretty sure that's a surprise to no one. Greetings, wonderful citizens, and you nerds. Hi. This is my fanciful side. All my dreams, my hopes, and my creativity. Not to mention your love of Disney songs. Do you want to build a snowman? Nope, not right now. Why that song? What's going on, kiddo? And finally, this is my moral side. My sense of right and wrong that I've learned ever since I was a kid from my own parental units. I also represent your unabashed love of dad jokes.
Yeah.
Whoa, is there 4 people in here, or is it just me?
I forgot. No! I won't laugh.
So what are we all doing here? Well, people know me from all the vines that I make, but I don't think people really know me. Well, maybe they would if you'd post YouTube videos more often. Oh my, whoop, there it is. Alright, that's fair. But I don't even know if I know me. There's some things that I think even I need to figure out about my own identity. Like, okay, relationships. Romance. Yes, but where do I stand in those regards? I have a pretty ideal vision of love. There's someone out there for me. One true love. But you tend to overthink things, rule out possibilities with logic, dream up obstacles with each new connection you make, and that's when the anxiety kicks in. Maybe that's why I haven't found a person for me yet. But that's okay! The important thing to keep in mind is nobody's perfect. Everyone comes with their own flaws, including me. Yes, someone will accept us, flaws and all. Until that day, I shall learn to love myself. Yes, that's definitely important. Flaws and all. Speaking of which, are we bringing up flaws now? Because if so, get ready to take a lot of notes. Okay, you ready? Here we go. You procrastinate a lot. You can be a bit selfish with your food and your other belongings. You're definitely not the most adventurous person. Okay, maybe this was a bad idea if I'm supposed to be learning to love myself. But remember, everyone has flaws. At the same time, focus on your good attributes. You value your relationships with your friends above all else. You believe there's good in everyone. And when you set your sights on doing something,
this is going a million miles an hour. I apologise for
into it to
staying
make it the
quiet.
best it possibly can be. Well, that's very nice of you guys. Well, it's important to be nice to ourselves and cut ourselves some slack every once in a while. Wouldn't want to be our own villain, would we? Okay, true. What else do I need to figure out? Biggest fears?
Okay.
Spiders. Rejection. What exactly is at the bottom of the ocean? Nope, we are not talking about fears. I am well aware of those. I am talking about what I need to figure out about myself.
I loved
what do you wish to
Roman's
look for in
yell.
a relationship? What are you hoping to gain from having another person in your life? I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone who's a nice compliment to me. Someone who wants a long, stable relationship. Someone who indulges in the same sense of humor. And, someone who can binge watch cartoons with me. With everything you've learned, what do you wish to do with your education? Ooh, I am not sure. I love to figure out ways to help the
That's
environment.
okay, though.
Science was always my strong point, and I
You
love
don't always
chemistry.
have to know straight
What
away.
positive impacts do you inevitably hope to bring to this world? Wow, that was
very
surprisingly deep, poignant question. Hey, we have the same glasses. Yep. Okay. Well, I think just being able to put out silly, light-hearted content into the world is kind of a good start. It makes me really happy to do that. Well, there you go. A good foundation. Yeah, true. These are good things to be in touch with. And I'm sure there are some of you out there who have other very different, maybe even more difficult questions about yourself. Maybe about your gender or your sexuality. Yes, who may be your love? Or do you want love at all? What do you want your future to be? Or even what do you want to do tomorrow? And where do babies come from?
No.
You're a father. I know it's got something to do with storks. But after that, okay, well, only he's confused about that. Yes, figuring out your own identity can take a long time. You may know yourself at an early age, or you may still be figuring yourself out well into adulthood. But there's no time limit for these questions. Getting to know yourself can be quite the awesome adventure, and hopefully it's an adventure that never ends. And no matter what, no one knows you better than yourself. Am I right, Tony? Not my name. Then what is it? Okay, that was a very enlightening experience, but I think that's enough for one night. It's a little weird to be talking to myself so much, right, Sacagawea?
I'm your pet hamster, and I'm pretty sure this is even weirder.
True. You're right.
Cute.
You're always right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little journey into my identity.
Aw.
Say goodbye, everyone. Class dismissed.
Goodbye.
Let me know when this gets put up on the YouTubes. Will do. And until next time,
we'll see
take
you in
it
the
easy,
next
guys,
video, I
gals,
guess.
and non-binary pals. Peace out. Say, you know what would be fun, fellas? If we did one of those 4-part harmony song videos like John Cozart or Tondra Cole. No, you know you would just end up embarrassing yourself. Well, I don't know about that. Hey, I am down to do that. Sign me up.
I don't want to do that.
You know what? You're right. Second thought, it was a bad idea. Okay, well, you kiddos give your old dad a like and subscribe. That's right. I'm learning how to do promos. Got a couple more.
Aw.
You know.
Yay.
Old tricks up my sleeve.
Yes,
I'm learning. I'm learning.
You're doing alright.
You know what? That just tired me out. I'm gonna take a nap. Take a nap for about 2 hours.
Nap is good.
And take a nap.
Yeah, nap is good. Nap is good. Nap is very good. Okay, so it's automatically gone to the next video because it's on the playlist. I want to talk about that first video though. So, because I never knew how, like, what the first video was going to be and how it was going to work, but I like how he introduced, like, those first 3 sides. So they represent part of his personality. That makes sense. It kind of reminds me of, like, Inside Out, in a way, of, like, each character represents a different emotion. Like, this represents different parts of his personality. So Logan was, what was he, the logical side or intelligent side? You had Roman, who was the fancy side, and then Patton was like the dad side. Basically, it was talking about sort of a lot of questions. I apologise, I was very quiet during that. That was going at 1,000,000 miles an hour and there was a lot going on. But the main thing that I got from it was that actually it's okay to be comfortable with yourself. Self-care is important as well as mental health care is important, especially if I'm going to be completely honest. In the last month I've definitely had to deal with that. I haven't been doing great mentally in the last month, but also you need to, I guess within that, learn to take care of yourself. That's kind of the message I got from this, is learn to take care of yourself and learn to understand yourself and where you want to be in life. And if you don't know where you want to be in life, that's okay. Like, I think it was Logan said, like, there's no time limit for these type of questions. Yeah, completely correct. In the UK, especially in the UK, in schools and stuff, it always seemed to be that I don't know if they still do that now, but when I was in school, straight away it was like, okay, you'll learn this, this and this. Okay, what do you want to do when you're older? When I was like 9, it's like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out who I am now. So with all the pressure that especially schools and like education establishments put on people, I think it's also important to say that, you know, what you end up studying, what you end up doing in your life at that point may not be what you end up doing in the future. So I ended up studying film editing. I wanted to be a film editor, but actually what I'm doing now is YouTube and reviews, which is still within like filming and TV and stuff like that, but what I'm doing is I'm using my editing skills for YouTube and for these other projects. So I'm kind of waffling on now, but I really liked that first video. I thought that was a really good way to introduce the first 3 sides. I know there's more characters coming, but I thought that was a really good introduction into those 3 characters and actually who they represent and I guess what the video is about. Okay, so the next video is called Way Too Adult. What was the first video called? Micro Identity. So I'm only going to do the first like 5 videos in this reaction series because otherwise we'll be here forever. But this one's called Way Too Adult. I don't know what this is going to be.
Hi, my name's Thomas Sanders, and yes,
Hi?
I've worn this shirt for the 15 millionth time. Let's move on!
That's okay.
What's up, everybody? So like many other
Jesus,
people in
too
America,
close.
I'm getting ready for that magnificent Thursday that comes around every year where we gather around the table with our family, avoid conversation
Thanksgiving?
pertaining to politics and my lack of a significant other,
This has to
and
be
gorge ourselves
Thanksgiving
on
you're
more
talking
food than
about.
we would ever naturally eat any other
Yeah.
day of the year. That was one breath. Thanksgiving! Thanksgiving is what I was referring to. I don't know if any of you were confused. This year, however,
No,
will
I
be just
I
a bit
understood.
different. I shall be the only one of the 4 brothers there. So naturally, my dad has asked me to help cook the meal. Here's the thing though.
Okay.
I still don't really know how to cook. What?
Same.
Okay, I've had enough of this. My dad character, what are you doing here? I had you here last time to help represent my moral side.
Yeah.
Well, then just think of me as your sense of morality really firing back at you with a vengeance today. Do you know how often you say you can't cook? Lots of times. Do you know how often you try to learn how to cook? 0 times. Not true. There was that one time a few months ago when, you're right, it's already a bad sign that I have to go back that far. Being able to cook yourself
This
a
is
meal
very
is an essential
relatable.
part to living as an adult. Ah, why you gotta say that word? What, adult? I have that music set up specifically for this. Oh, come on, I'm an adult, I'm a dad, it's not that scary. Your face is scary. You realize we have the same face. Yeah, I messed up, this is not my day today. Okay, well let's calm down. Why don't we go through a list of what you can do yourself? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I can manage that. Can you change the oil in your car? I don't think so. Okay, can you do taxes? Absolutely I cannot. Can you handle disposing bugs, spiders, or other creatures you may find in your house?
Yes.
Come on. Yeah, that's a no. Oh, this is so bad. I am literally failing at the process of becoming an adult, which we all know is referred to as adultery. No, that is not a correct statement. No,
No, that's
I thought
not
that was
quite
a thing.
correct.
It's a thing. It's just a
It's a
different
thing,
thing. Well,
but it's very different.
Well, like really though, how am I this bad at taking care of myself? I treat the stove in my kitchen like a friend that I've been neglecting. Moms. Hey, Thomas. Hey, man. How you been? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
I didn't expect this kind of
Have
scenario.
any food to cook? Nah.
No.
Even just good old ramen or something?
gonna get
I'm
takeaway?
not really feeling hungry at the moment, so. True. Yeah. Who you calling? Oh, no one. Just, my
Takeaway?
mom. She asked me to call her, so. Totally.
Takeaway?
Sounds lit. Yeah. Unlike me, because I'm an unlit stove. Have been for some time now. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Cool. Yeah. Good seeing you again. See you later. Yeah.
This is so strange.
Yeah,
isn't
see
it?
you later. Yeah, good seeing you. See you later. Yes, I'd like a large cheese, please. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty bad. No! Well, it's all in baby steps, like everything
Yeah.
you've learned in life. Like what? Well, you wash your own laundry, don't you? Yeah. You've learned how to eat better and exercise. I still eat a ton of pizza, but yeah. And when dealing with other people, you know when to stand up for what's right and when to turn the other cheek. I show them my butt. Not what I meant. And you probably should stop
No.
showing people your, well, One problem at a time. The point is, you didn't always know to do those things, and they came about because you took the time to learn. You're right. Learn from your parents, and hopefully they will also take the time to learn from you and what you know. How to turn on the computer so my mom can play solitaire. Right. I hope you all learn new ways of becoming independent, and becoming an adult shouldn't mean losing the sense of who you are. Of course not. You can still be a kid at heart, just learn about the world around you, as well as skills that will help you and others. And learning to become an adult is not a race, so no pressure in figuring it all out. That's right, but you, Thomas, you should learn how to cook. Got it. And remember, you're a real pizza work.
Are we gonna get this the whole?
I wish you the best of luck in your adultery. That's not okay. Well, as I go and attempt to learn something new, I hope that you all have the opportunity to do the same. And until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Hey, so I was thinking. Yeah? Thanksgiving is coming up, and I wondered if maybe we can rekindle our friendship. Oh, let's start with you rekindling a fire on this stove, buddy. You got it. That's a plastic plate. Oh, you know you can't put that on me, right? Oh, yeah, sure. I knew.
Come on, even I know that.
Me too.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. That was the most confusing thing ever. So, yeah, even I know not to put plastic plates on a stove. I think I'm doing better than him. No, I'm joking. That was the most relatable one yet. And we're not even that far into the playlist. So that one was to do with, you know, learning how to basically adulting skills, not adultery, Peyton. It's adulting. But it was to do with like skills that you should learn, I guess, while becoming an adult, really. So the cooking one is definitely one that I can relate to. I can cook very basic things, but most of my stuff is just shoving stuff in the oven and hoping for the best, if I'm completely honest. Like, that's what my cooking expertise are. I mean, I don't really have too much to say on this one apart from it's very relatable. I think I'm already seeing what these kind of videos are going to be, and I think they're actually really good for people's mental health. Like I've already said with the last video, I think it's really good for people to watch these. I guess if they just need to know, like, it's okay, it's not a race to get everything sort of figured out. But yeah, that one I could definitely relate to. But there are a few things that obviously I know how to do, so like the washing and the washing up and the bins and stuff like that. So yeah, I apologise. I think there's a motorbike outside, so I apologise if the microphone picks that up. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say with this one, but apart from I don't like being called out like that. Okay, so the next one's called, this one might have a trigger warning, but I'm not sure. But this one's called Taking on Anxiety. This is with Lily Singh, who I think is it Superwoman? Was that her YouTube name? I haven't heard from her in ages. But yeah, so let's go.
Hey, I'm Thomas, and I don't give a I take them. I said fork. Why was that beeped? What's up, everybody? So I don't know what it is right now. Maybe
I can't get past that intro.
Or maybe because I'm back home with friends. But strangely, at this moment, I am actually feeling quite relaxed. Hey. What the heck? Oh, I'm
Jesus.
sorry. Was I not wanted at this exact second? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, everyone, please welcome my anxiety. So, I don't get it. I was just making a YouTube video. There is literally nothing to be anxious about. Aren't those the best times for me to show up? I even was saying how relaxed I was feeling. But that's when you start wondering why you do feel all relaxed. You don't usually feel this way, so what are you doing different? What are you doing wrong? What are you forgetting to do? Okay, stop it, stop it! Sorry, kid, but this is what I do. Okay, this is what frustrates me about anxiety. Sure, I get it when I'm nervous about doing something, or when I have to interact with a bunch of people socially, or when I have a big project due, but sometimes it just shows up, out of nowhere, and ruins whatever peace I have. Like, I'm kind of getting fed up with it. There has got to be some way out of it. Ooh, boy, I would like to see you try. You can't just quit me. Prince Dude, hello, you summoned me. Hey, you represent my fanciful side, right? Right. My hopes, my dreams, my creativity, all that good stuff. Great. Well, right now, I hope and dream to get rid of my anxiety. You're what now? Hey there, Princey. I can't stand that guy. Tell me about it. Well, getting rid of that is a tall order. What should I do? Well, this might be time for you to get creative. Travel somewhere in your mind to bring in recruitment. True. You would need some super heavy-duty recruitment.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Bye.
It's a girl, Superwoman.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, it worked.
What's up, Thomas?
Well, long story short, you ever have a conversation with someone and you think it went well, but then there's something in the back of your brain trying to convince you it went horribly?
All the time.
There's the something.
Oh, so you're the guy. Listen, dude, once in a while, can you let me just like order a pizza without being nervous about talking to the delivery guy?
He won't even let me go to bed without thinking about something I did 7 years ago.
Oh, you know what?
I can relate to that.
Does anyone have any questions? And no one says anything? I actually had a question.
Me too!
Ah!
Look, it's my job, okay? A little blood pumping's good for the old circulatory system.
Okay, we're not talking about a little dude.
Well, actually, Lily, that is why I brought myself here, to see if maybe you knew of some ways that I could bring them down. Yeah, right.
Well, destroying anxiety can be really tough, but bringing it down can be easy through a few different ways.
What do you mean?
It's montage time.
Gee, Lily, I wonder what your friends are saying about you right now. What could they possibly...
Yeah.
This is actually a really good episode.
You're reading a book right now?
You just gotta
You've
distract
got
yourself
all
or
this
like...
other stuff
I know
to
it's not
do.
that simple.
This book is so good. Honestly, it's nice
Yeah,
to just
think
take a break
positively.
and enjoy some reading.
It's like, what?
I
Are you
was
kidding?
saying-
Is someone making pasta right now? Oh, I love pasta.
I like pasta too, but I was saying... Let's go over all the things...
It's like, oh my god.
I did everything I could have possibly done today. The best I could have done then.
But...
And you know what? I'm happy with everything I accomplished. I did those things, and I did them well.
But, all the things you gotta do tomorrow...
It's like, oh,
There's
for
no
God's
need to worry
sake.
about tomorrow, because right now I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing, and that's getting some rest.
And that's getting some rest. Come on! Wow. And those work?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the
definitely
rest
helped me,
thing is
but
something I
everyone's
kind of
different,
struggle
and
with.
anxiety can be a constant struggle.
That's right.
But there are ways of shutting it up, you nasty.
Lily, thank you.
Of course, dude, no sweat. Remember, everyone goes through this from time to time.
Right.
Right. But now you gotta go. Yeah, Dad and Phil are
Yeah,
on their way.
out.
You've been having these nightmares you need help with?
Oh, boy, you are busy. Okay.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Dad, Phil, talk to Mama.
Hey!
Well, that was cool.
Dad
Whatever.
and
That was
Phil,
Lily.
that's
You don't have
That's
what it
names I haven't
takes.
heard in
Oh,
a
yeah?
long time. Yep.
I have anxiety. There's nothing wrong with that. It's something I can control. No. You are thoughts I create, questions I ask, fears I have. Nothing more. Hey. Fine, I'll be back. I mean, I'm sure you will be, but I'll be ready. Okay, well, you... I did it. Indeed. What the?
Whoa,
Like,
whoa,
okay,
whoa.
I forgot that you were still here.
Well, it looked like you had that all under control, so...
Here's hoping I do, and I hope those tips come in handy for you too. You can conquer this beast. Thanks for helping me get creative. You're welcome! Nice, Moana. Here's hoping for many peaceful, chill moments to come
Aw.
for all of us. And until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out! He thinks he is so great. Well, he is not. Look, I'm just trying to look out for him. Yeah, he was invited to a couple parties. If I wasn't there to convince him not to go, who knows what bad things could have happened. Yeah, he might have had to talk to some people, dance ridiculously, and have a fun night. Yeah! Wait, what? I don't like it. You're just mad because I just came from a My Chemical Romance concert.
Okay, so this one introduces Virgil, who represents Thomas's anxiety. Really good representation. I think this is what I like about the videos so far, is they're really good representations of what they're trying to portray. So Virgil being like, oh, remember that thing you did like 5 years ago? Like, it's really embarrassing. Oh, what, like you've got to call blah blah? Oh, what a daunting task. And I definitely have those kind of anxieties. Not too much, But especially with like calling the doctor or to get a doctor's appointment or something, it's something I've had to get used to quite quickly because I'm disabled. My medical condition is quite complex, so the amount of times I've been in and out of hospital and had to get doctor's appointments is kind of ridiculous. So I've had to get used to it quite quickly. But definitely the thing with like, getting like a good night's sleep and you're thinking about, you've got to do this, this and this tomorrow. That's something I definitely struggle with. And then the nightmare thing, I know Lily, which I like the name drop of Dan and Phil. They're names I haven't heard in a very long time. They are names I haven't heard in a long time. But definitely, especially something I've been struggling with recently for the past few weeks, are nightmares. And like, I definitely get anxiety during the night. Because unfortunately, for me, during the night, there isn't really anything to distract me. But what the video is saying is actually a really good coping mechanism, is that actually try and shove the bad thoughts out of your mind when there's no distractions and actually think, right, replace those thoughts with something positive. So what I've been doing is replacing my bad thoughts and, my anxieties with like, okay, well, I'll get to go to Comic-Con this year. That hasn't happened for 2 years. I'll be able to go to Comic-Con. I'll be able to meet my friends. I'm hoping that I'll be able to meet a couple of my American friends this year. So try and replace it with something positive. I think this is also a good coping mechanism of like try and think of something positive to push those bad thoughts out. But yeah, no, I liked that video. I'm liking the videos so far. And I'm really interested to see what other ones there are going to be. So I think we've got 2 more left in this video. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we've got this video and the next one. And then I'm going to end the video because this is going to be a very long one. So the next one is called The Dark Side of Disney. I don't know what this means.
And
Let's
now,
go.
Our featured presentation. I've always wanted to do that.
It sounds like an announcer.
What is up, everybody? Okay,
Oh
things
my
you
God.
probably don't know about
I
me.
can't
have a
get
big
used to
freckle
that
right
intro.
behind my ear. I despise carrots, and I can't go to sleep without making sure my closet door is closed for fear of shadow demons and/or the Demogorgon coming in and attacking me while I slumber.
I mean,
the usual stuff. But one of the
fair
things
enough.
you most likely do know about me is that I love me some good old-fashioned Disney. Did someone say Prince?
No.
And dude, you gotta stop interrupting my vlog. This is like the 3rd one in a row you've popped up in. Thomas, I'm the prince, okay? You decided to talk about Disney. How am I not gonna show up? Well, I was bringing it up because I wanted
fair.
to talk about the many messages Disney movies provide. That sounds super! I know, it does. Now, califragilisticexpialidocious. Yes.
Oh my God.
So, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
Oh my God, stop interrupting.
Atrocious. Are you
Oh, for
kidding me?
God's sake,
We have
you
expelled
as
you
well.
from the last 2 videos. Do you know how rude it is to interrupt a vlog? Okay. Well, anxiety, I gotta admit, I don't know why you are here. Simple. I, too, am a Disney fan. You? What? Why is that so hard to believe?
There's
Disney
a lot of
movies
dark...
are the embodiment of goodness and purity, something you would know nothing about. You must not be watching the same movies then, because the movies I know
Black
have
Cauldron
much
and
more
Lion King
sinister
would like to have a
undertones.
word.
Come on, Thomas, you must sense it. I'm just trying to make sure that you're alert to all of the messages in those films, whether they were intentional or not. Actually, this is kind of intriguing. What? So you think every movie has a darker meaning or a misleading message? Oh yeah. This is ridiculous! You besmirch the name of Disney. This time, you have gone too far. Really? This is where you cross the line? Well, how about this? I will throw out some Disney movies, and you 2 tell me what I'm supposed to learn from each movie. Practically perfect in every way. Why are you only quoting Mary Poppins? Because Julie Andrews is a beautiful goddess, and because I can, okay? Okay. Movie number 1, Cinderella. Easy. Believe in your dreams, and one day, they will come true. Sure, just literally wait around your entire life subjecting yourself to the cruelty of your ungrateful, ignorant family members until some magical fairy comes along to save you. Don't take action yourself. She had mice too. Not to mention men can't memorize the face of a woman they've been
I was
dancing
literally
around
about to
with
say the
for
same thing.
hours. They have to rely on the shoe, ergo.
Yeah, and
men
he
are
completely
idiots.
forgot.
He was a very busy prince. He
I
had
was
a lot
literally
on his
about to say the
mind.
same
Okay,
thing.
let's just move to another. Snow White. Okay, so this time the message is to not do what the princess did. Don't accept random fruit from strangers. Or don't eat fruit. No. The bigger
No.
message is to just run away from your problems and become the housekeeper for 7 7 men. Sometimes the best solution
it?
is to get out of a
What?
bad situation. Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff. I tend to run away from every situation. Don't make all Hufflepuffs out to be like that, Thomas. Not to mention a prince comes out of nowhere and plants a kiss on a seemingly sleeping girl. I guess consent
that's
isn't really
a
that
bit
important.
weird.
He thought she was dead. It was a farewell
Yeah, that's
kiss.
weird.
What's with all the prince hate? I wonder. Okay, well, how about something a little bit more recent? Frozen. A sister's love triumphs over all. And don't trust random princes. I can get behind that. I swear. Also, when Elsa passes away, Olaf's gonna die too, because the magical people are inevitable. Whoa, whoa, wow. Wow. That is
He's
really
not
dark.
wrong.
Okay, let's lighten it back
Oh,
up.
why am I
Peter
with
Pan,
Virgil
don't
on
let
this
your
one?
childhood spirit ever die. Also, it's totally fine to believe a random stranger when they tell you to jump out the window after they've broken into your house.
Yeah.
But I would guess
Let's talk
that's
about
where
that one in a
Opie would
minute.
die.
Because I've read the book.
Okay, how about Aladdin, my favorite? The value of a person is not determined by wealth. A diamond in the rough can
Yeah,
be
but he
found
also
anywhere,
lied.
even someone who may be
I love
considered
Aladdin,
a street
but-
rat. And they can get what they want by lying and deceiving
Yeah,
their
exactly.
way right into the castle and
Why
getting
am
the
I with
princess.
Virgil on this
come
one?
on! He came clean in the end. He even freed the genie. Yeah, he did. But not before lying and deceiving his
Yeah.
way right into the castle and getting the princess. Fox and the Hound. True friendship overcomes any boundaries set by society. But then that
Okay.
friendship will immediately be terminated by that society, and the two must learn their place in the world. Wow. That is literally what happened at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
It's true. I cried. Beauty
I
and the
mean-
Beast. Okay, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah,
But it
there
is
we
more
go.
than just a prisoner falling in love with her kidnapper.
I love
It
this
is
one.
about love that transcends
No,
outward
it was
appearance.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Even a beastly, hairy animal. You're right. That doesn't sound much better.
No,
But
it
come
sounds
on,
weird.
You really look down so harshly on these movies? I still like them. There's just some
there's
darker
problems with
messages
them.
that we don't first see. Bambi. Man is dangerous. Pocahontas. White man is dangerous. Sleeping Beauty. Well, now we're back to the lack of consent with Sleeping
Yeah.
Women. It was to lift a curse. The Little Mermaid. Don't just sign a contract without having your mer lawyer look over all the fine print and stipulations. That one's just common sense. Or learn to write or use sign language. There's more than one way to tell the prince you're the girl that saved him. Oh, now wait. Did I just detect a hint of sarcasm towards a Disney movie? Well, there's always been one or
Whoa.
two things I've noticed. Frankly, just make it easier for the princess. We could use a helping hand every once in a while. Or shoes. Or shoes, yes. Well, then how about we just concede
Roland, you're
that Disney
agreeing with
movies have a
Virgil.
lot of different, interesting messages within them. Duh, that's what I've been saying. I never said Princey was wrong. You didn't? No. Well,
Oh.
then I suppose I shall concede a few points to you. Great. Excellent. Cool. Still don't like you. What was that? Chim chim. Okay. Okay. Oof. Well, my personality is very weird. I'm very sorry about that. But I hope that you did enjoy that little Disney debate. Maybe you all can think of some interesting messages from other Disney movies we didn't cover. If you do, please feel free to share them. And until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out. Okay.
God.
How about Mulan? There's never a wrong time to dress and drag. Lion King. There's never a wrong time to dress and drag. And do the hula.
Okay, so okay, let's talk about the Peter Pan one. Firstly, I think that was my favourite one so far because I found myself agreeing with Virgil on most stuff. Most things. The Cinderella one, I did start to think like, hang on, but he didn't recognise her, but he recognised her by the shoe size. That's a bit stupid. But they both have points. They both got good points. Okay, so let's talk about the Peter Pan one because I didn't want to mention it while they were still debating. But the book, okay, so this is going to be a bit harsh, but the book, it's hinted that Peter Pan takes the children to Neverland and he basically, if they start to grow up and become adults, he kills them. There you go. It never outright says it in the book, but it hints at it quite heavily. I don't... Yeah, there you go. I didn't want to mention it while the video was still going on, but yeah. I'm playing Virgil this time round and saying this is what it is, and Disney did not include it. For good reason. I knew where it was going once they started mentioning, oh, the good messages of Disney films. And I was like, yeah, but also watch Hunchback of Notre Dame with the villain guy. Watch Lion King and all of that. Tarzan, the villain gets hung and you see the shadow. of the hanging guy. What was the other one? Beauty and the Beast, yes, Stockholm Syndrome. The kissing the girl, so like Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. That's creepy. So I completely agree with Virgil on these ones. Like, I'm a huge Disney fan, but those films have some questionable messages and imagery. Okay, so this is going to be the last one, because this video is going to be very long. This is called I Am in a Disney Show. So I'm just going to press play and we're going to go.
Oh my god. Hi!
Hi!
It's not what it looks like.
You're reading Harry
I do
Potter.
this all the time. What? What is up, everybody? So plenty of
book
things
was
have
that?
happened recently that have had me asking, is this my real life? I got to sing What You Own from Rent with Adam Pascal. I fully disguised myself as an old man for a Comic-Con convention. I tried Squid. Gotta stop ending on the boring one. But now I'm about to add to that list because, you guys, I got to be in a Disney Channel show. What? Okay.
You were there, Princey. We're both factors of his personality.
Anxiety, leave him alone. He gets excited. It's
Oh my
okay to
god,
express your
you're all
feelings.
out and
I don't know
about.
why you are all here. Well, you know why I'm here. I love Disney.
So do I, but I'm not like that.
I just want to support you in everything you do.
Oh,
Plus, I saw you had some leftover pizza. Yeah, help yourself. If you insist.
Oh,
Okay, so this all
okay.
started last year. Wait, how are you going to title this video? I'm not thinking about that right now. Okay, so you're telling a story, so it's going to have the word story time in all caps, followed by some big statement of
Logan's
entry.
so
No,
stressful.
I'm not gonna.
Why not?
You're
You're
the
the
story
story
time.
time
You
guy.
make wrong choices.
Wow. It's not my style. Clickbait works, Thomas. You put story time and then something like, I kept Disney Channel stars from starving?
I gave someone on the
No.
set a sandwich.
I almost died on a Disney Channel set? Completely untrue.
The dark side of Disney.
That was the title of a video from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was
Everyone
that
just
was
stop.
the
Sorry,
last
I'm
one
saying
was.
this is really good pizza. I don't care. Okay, I'll do something like
pizza.
that. I'll make the title appealing. You guys happy? All right, we're starting the story now, so buckle up.
Do it, please. Just one.
Story time. Thank you. Okay, so it was last year, and we were prepping for the Ultimate Storytime Tour, which was less than 2 weeks away, and I was already stressed out of my mind because,
Okay.
you know, we had to learn the songs, I was writing
Yeah.
and rewriting the script, we were blocking the show, recording the songs, and because we were going to be on a bus for the next month, I was triple timing the amount of short vids I was making each day in order to bulk up.
I was working overtime.
Yes, so in the middle of all this, Disney reached out asking if I would be interested in being a guest
I
on
just
this
got
show,
that anxiety
Bizarre
was the
Park.
one
It's
that
this
said he was working
cool
overtime.
show about two girls, Paige and Frankie,
Sorry,
trying to
I
make
just
it big in the
understood
social
that.
media world. Which is kind of a coincidence because Thomas also, I just realized it's not a coincidence. I'll stop talking. Cool. So I grew up with Disney Channel shows. So many of them helped shape the views that I have today. I think every generation has inside jokes based around the humor and icons that we grew up watching. It's got that big of an influence. So, you know, to think that I could be a part of that in some small way was just really awesome to think about. Disney! Thomas, I know. I mean, it's just so amazing. You gonna be okay?
You alright, dude?
While you work this out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so needless to say, despite all that was happening at the time, I was gonna take a week to be a part of an episode. So they flew me out. They escorted me onto this big lot where all these studios were, just like you'd see in the movies. And they brought me to the Bizarre Park studio, which had this really cool set. And, you know, I was given my own dressing room. I felt so legit. Explain what happens in that week, Thomas. It's good to understand the process of making an episode. Oh, yeah, okay. So, first day was just a read-through. And I got to meet the rest of the cast. Olivia Rodrigo, Madison Hu, Devore Ledridge, Ethan Wacker, and a fellow social media man, Jake Paul. Everyone was so super nice and welcoming and supportive. I, of course, was super nervous.
Well, yeah.
But they really helped me feel like I had nothing to worry about. And that also goes for the crew and the rest of the supporting characters for that episode, including Kaylin Worthy, Nick Galarza, and Steve Zaragoza. Just this cool combination of
I don't know
Disney
any of these
stars
people,
and
by the
online
way, I'm sorry.
personalities. And the next 2 days were
I'm
full-on
sorry.
rehearsals. An episode is roughly like a theatrical stage production. You get a script in your dressing room that you have to memorize. A director conducts the whole rehearsal, and she was so wonderfully kind to work with, and you just spend the entirety of the 2 days going scene by scene, rehearsing, until you get the best deliveries. Delivery! Talk about the food. They had food there? They did have food there, yep. But what was so fun was my character was quite an eccentric one, so it was really
Can you
exciting
take this
to
one to
just
talk about
keep
food?
experimenting with how I was saying the lines. When I could make somebody offset laugh, that was the best feeling.
Dad jokes. They work every time.
Did
No,
not
no.
use any dad jokes.
Well, Dad
No.
ain't right.
I was
might stop
waiting for
once
it.
in your life. No. And finally, the last 2 days are all filming.
was
That's
waiting
when
for
the camera
that.
crew arrives, you get all costumed up, you got
I
some
knew it
nice
was gonna
duds,
happen.
they give you a microphone, and then they go through each scene as many times as they need to get the right shots. And it could be a lot of times, guys. I had no idea how much goes into a single episode. The writing, the camera positioning,
Yes,
the
a long
stunt
times,
work,
a lot
the
of
set
work.
building, the props, the costumes, the sound design, the lighting design. I'm surprised they get all that done in a week. It was quite an eye-opener.
But you had a
Yeah.
good time?
Oh yeah, and even in between shots,
also could be
anyone who's
long
done
days as
theater
well.
can relate to this. There's always a little bit of goofing and joking, and everyone in this cast was so
Aw.
fun and friendly. And I'm really happy with the episode that we created. 10/10 would recommend. I can't
Yay.
believe I get to check that off the bucket list.
Aw.
Being in a Disney show.
Next step, becoming a Disney prince.
Well,
Making your kids Disney stars.
no, and I don't have kids.
Majoring in Disney theory.
I don't think that exists.
Using your platform to positively affect your audience the same way Disney did with you.
Yeah.
What? I know your limits, that's all I was saying. Stop looking at me like that.
I mean, hopefully, yeah. I can use my platform for good. That's all I truly aim for with this channel. I enjoy making people smile and feel welcome,
Yeah.
and I hope I'm doing that. The episode of Bizarrevark I'm in premieres January 27th, and if you watch it,
Yeah, I don't know
hope
what
that
that
you
is.
enjoyed as much as I
Sorry.
enjoyed helping to make it. And until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
Hey.
Peace out! Okay, one more clickbait idea for this video.
Oh god.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
killed the entire cast of a Disney show.
With kindness. See, that would actually work here,
Yeah,
because that
yeah,
would be the
uh-huh,
twist you
yeah.
reveal in the video. Smart. Misleading compliments are just
No.
clickbait insults.
Whoa.
You're watching the Disney Channel. And whoop. Okay, hold on. I got this. Whoop.
So yeah, this just seemed to be a story time sort of episode. So I guess the main thing I can take away from this is that, like I said at the beginning of the video, I went to film college and film university to become an editor. And yeah, you have to do your own shoots and in a group and go off and film different things for your coursework. And yes, they take a long time. There was a lot of times where, especially when we did a whole section on documentaries, and some of those days were very long. Some of those days were very, very long. But a lot of work, and that's just for college and uni. And then you go into something like Disney Channel, which admittedly, I never really... Disney Channel wasn't really anything I really watched. It wasn't really anything that I had on my own TV. So I never really watched any of the shows. So everything that he was talking about with like the stars and the actual show, that kind of went over my head. I didn't really know what he was talking about there. But in terms of that, because that's obviously a lot more bigger budget than a college work, yeah, a lot of work goes into this stuff, and it's very manic and all over the place, but it's also quite exciting as well. The one thing I will say is that I have been on a music video shoot. It was quite a few years ago for McFly, and that was a lot of fun, but again, that was a very long day. That was a very long day as well, but that's also a lot of fun. It's quite exciting to be on a set as well. I think overall, I've definitely enjoyed the videos so far. I think they're really, really good. I like the fact that the sides are part of his personalities. And again, like I've said, I think after the first video, it reminds me of like Inside Out, where I feel like this could be used. There was a Tumblr post I saw a while back where it was like, I think some like mental health clinics or like hospitals use Inside Out for kids to like better understand their personality and how like the way that they're feeling in certain situations and understanding their emotions. And I feel like the Sandersides videos could be used, and I guess they are used in a similar way for teenagers and for people growing up. And I think they're really, really good, I guess, good representation. Sorry, I'm half asleep, so words are not my strong point at the moment, but I think it's a really good representation of his personality, but it also is a good way to explain certain sort of moral messages and stuff like that. So again, with like the adulting video, that was a really good way to like explain, and even the first video was self-care and stuff like that. It's a really good way to explain of like, you know, self-care is important, mental health self-care is important. It's okay to not know everything straight away. It's okay to not know what you want to do with your future. And if you go in a different direction than what you originally planned, that's okay. Really, really good videos. I'm really interested to know what the next few are going to be. But so this was part 1 of the series reaction series, sorry, that I'm going to be doing. Part 2, I think, is going to be in 2 months' time, and then it's going to be every 2 months of this year. And then we'll see where we get to by the end of the year. Because I know there's quite a lot of videos here. But yeah, really enjoyed that. I'm definitely going to watch more of Thomas's YouTube content as well, because I'm new to it. But this was part 1 of my Sandersides reaction series. If you have any games that you want me to play or any videos that you want me to react to, please let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of the original videos in the video description for this, I'm going to be putting the Sandersides playlist in the description instead, because otherwise the description will just be too long. So the playlist for the Sandersides, which Thomas has put up on his channel, will be in the description below, so you guys can go off and watch the videos for yourself. But thank you very much for watching. Take care, guys, and I will see you all soon. Bye!